Good after morning, it is Wednesday my dudes, we are back in the correct time slot with another weekly buyer's guide, and this time Uncle Evetech has done us a solid because the new store is live. Can you dig it, sucker? I'm sure you're as excited as I am for this new website. It's been a long time coming, it's been in the works for a few years and it's finally fully deployed, so it is here and now. It is so much easier to navigate. The other nice new addition to Uncle Evetech is the Deepcool stock. I'm super glad this is here because it ranges from basic 100 Rand fans to like 3 fan packs with really nice setups in, or really nice fans and stuff in them. You've got tower coolers. I mean, some of them are like 250 bucks over here for like a little baby one, just for like your, you know, old quad core and 6 core setups. You don't have to spend 500 Rand on a cooler. You can spend half that and get something actually decent. And then it ranges all the way up into the high end. I have been given the Newcastle 240 as well, which I'm really excited to test out. I mean, this power supply is an 850 watt gold for 1,600 Rand. Even on like the full modular ones are like 2,200 bucks, 2.5 for the 1,000 watt. Pricing's looking really good. Warranty, everything. I'm excited. I'm really excited to get into this brand, and we do have 3 reviews prepped for the channel. But now moving into the top 10 at number 10, it's a Mercusys thing. I have no idea what this is going to be like, but it's 200 Rand. It's 200 Rand and you can put Wi-Fi in a room, like, and just extend it on for yourself. I don't see you gaming or doing anything amazing with it, but for 200 Rand for a Wi-Fi extender, it's kind of crazy on the price. At number 9 is Corsair Elgato Wave 1 Time, one of the best USB mics you can get. I'm actually looking at getting one for myself at this price, just to replace my little old Dixon UD20. It's not that these are bad, it's just that these are so good. And with a couple of their own filters and their software is super good. That's one of the things, is I would say you can get a USB mic for about 1617 that'll be comparable to this in quality, but the features and the software and the add-ons are just kind of worth it. And number 8 is good old Steelseries Arctis Prime. It's their very entry-level setup, but they are very good bang for buck. The only thing you're going to have to watch out for is that microphone. It's not the best. You're not going to get an amazing microphone out of this, but with a couple of tweaks and stuff, you should be fine. At least this one retracts so you can get it closer to your mouth. It's not the hard jawbone type, but for less than 1,000 bucks, it's very hard to beat. At number 7, it's the case that I'm going to be reviewing. It's the CK560. I picked this out just because of its dimensioning and its design and full mesh front and then an in-between mesh, in order to make sure that you don't have dust buildup, all quick release system. Like, it seems really well thought out. 380 more space on it as well. Like, it's cleverly dimensioned and well set up, and I'm really looking forward to building and reviewing in this. Running out the top half at number 6, it's one of the products that just doesn't get enough love with this Arozzi Favo Ultralight. It's literally a Model O for 600 Rand right now. It's literally identical to the original Model O. It literally even has the exact same Pixar sensor in it. It's literally even got the same Omron switches. There's almost nothing different to this. It was just really badly marketed, which sucks because they gave you the weight including the cable instead of just the weight of the mouse itself. So the weight of this mouse is, I think it's 2 grams heavier. I have done a full review on it. Software, everything is pretty decent, but there is a review if you need to see more. But 600 Rand, this thing is almost unbeatable. Breaking into the top half at number 5 though, it's the DDR4 4000 MHz. I've got the 3600 CL18s in my machine. I have tested all my DDR4 basically with that, it being a bit more premium than the 3200 CL16. But now it's even more premium with an even faster setup. It's 4000 CL19. It's just gonna be a really good time limited lifetime warranty on these as well. Thank you, Klevv. At number 4, it's basically the best monitor you can buy in a 1440 240 hertz. This is really the peak for 27. Honestly, going any extra on your resolution stuff gives kind of diminishing returns. The curve is a very interesting one because I had a mate that bought this when it had first like really come out, and he was like, I didn't know about it at first, and he put his one on a desktop arm, and then he said after using it for a bit he was like, he can't go back. He actually can't go back. So if you want to ruin yourself with curve, this is a good way to do that. 240 hertz as well. I've just done the 360 and that's for like the top 1%. 240 is really the point where you're going to get some diminishing returns. And at the price point right now for this at 13,000 rand, they're normally like closer to, as you see, list price about 16,000. So it's gone quite a bit of discount at the moment. At number 3, it's a really good bang for buck upgrade kit. It's a 5600X Tough with a Tough B550 Plus. I just absolutely love Tough boards at the moment. They're just super good. It comes with the Wi-Fi and all the little add-ons and extras you could want. Enough USBs to launch a satellite into space. Great NVMe cooling. It's just really nicely set up. I've got the X570 version of this board and I couldn't be happier. Honestly, the sound card is fantastic. Not the most powerful, they're 150 ohm, but the tone and stuff from it is really good. Optical out as well, and it's got display and HDMI built onto it. So if later you want to throw in like a 5600G and turn it into a media center, you can do that as well. Quite nicely forethoughts in that. And because it's got the good RAM over here, as you can see, I believe this should be a 2x8 gig kit as well, so you're going to get that dual channel life and get that extra free performance like I've shown you in the dual channel single channel video. Like, really nicely set up for 9 grand. You can't go wrong. And in the runner-up spot, it's Palettes 3050. It's just a really good bang for buck card, like having used it now on the budget build for a bit and checking out its performance and limitations and stuff. It's nicely set up. I'm very glad they did 8 gig VRAM because, yeah, otherwise you would be running into bottlenecks on the high end. But if you want a really good 1080p 60 FPS, But if you want a really good 1080p 60 FPS card, this is what I would recommend. You don't really need to spend too much more than this. Honestly, if 1080p 60 FPS is your goal, this will run just about anything on maximum. But if you want something a little bit more premium, a number 1 spot is the best deal for a GPU right now. My boy Josh has got one of these. It doesn't get more than 60 degrees in Durban. Okay, he's chilling in that heat and stuff in Durban, and it's running at 60. The Audionet 2 stuff does run really tight on its power and its temps as a result, and this is just a great example of a good card for that. I mean, look at how thick the thing is. It's like a really nicely finished card. The new ROG Strix setup is just, oh, it's really, really nice. This is basically a 2070 Super plus 7% on average. So if you consider those were retailing at like 13k 2 years ago, 18 months ago, for it to now cost 9k for that kind of experience is kind of sick. And that is all I have for you this week, my Liptions. We will be back next week with some more buyer's guide. Until then, stay safe, keep well, and I will see you on the flip side.